Nice to see you out here again, hanging out at the mill finally. What you saw me doing here earlier was cleaning up a few logs, rather large logs that I kind of piled here in the spring, just after getting the slab poured up there. So I've been super busy up at where the house is going to go and haven't really been able to pay much attention to this area down here at the mill. But now I'm kind of done up there for a while. Next big thing happening up there is water. We should be getting that in 2 weeks. That's going to be awesome. But now I can get back down to the mill. So I'm here. I cleaned up. I had a large maple log. It's over there, and 2 black locust logs that were here. Now, the black locust is going to be used as my sill plate. So I'm going to mill up. Currently, the plan is 3x5 timbers that'll go around the perimeter. Those will get bolted down to the concrete and into the new Duro wall below. And then all the framing will go on top of that, and none of the maple, which is prone to rot, so I don't want it to come in contact with the concrete or anything that could get wet. So there will be locust spacers. If you're not familiar with black locust, it is an incredible piece of wood. If you're out in the wilderness and you see one of these trees on the ground, they will stay there untouched, unrotted, forever. It takes a long time. They're incredibly rot resistant. They're very dense, very hard, and they have a high silica content, so they are absolute murder on anything that's not a carbide blade. So these are going to be interesting to mill up and process. Luckily, I don't have to punch too many mortises in these things because they are going to absolutely chew up my chisels. But it's got to be done. At least it's the way that I want to do it. I think it's the right way to do it, the best way to do it. Pressure treated timber would probably work, but I want something bigger, more appropriately sized to really tie the frame together, and I think this is the right answer for what I need, the right solution. I'm going to be milling up 3-inch tall, 5.5-inch wide, so it's going to match the dimensions of the wall framing that's going to go in between the timber structure. So everything will be nice, flush, uniform, the drywall cover everything up. It's going to be beautiful. So that's the intent. I was able to get these from my excavator friend, Dwayne. So one day I was just chatting with him, and he happened to mention he bought this new property, 55 acres right up the road from me, and that he had a bunch of black locusts that he was trying to get rid of. And I said, well, Dwayne, let me just tell you that I'm in need of some locusts. Maybe we can strike up a deal. And turns out he needs some new timbers for his equipment trailer and his other trailer. So I got this and a massive pile over here, somewhere I'm thinking close to 2,000 board feet actually, of the black locust for my time. I dragged them out of the woods, I cut them down. It was fun, like this.
Having fun on a tractor. That's what I'm talking about.
Really had a blast cutting that stuff out and dragging it out of the forest, and now to mill time to give him these timbers. So all in all, I think that's a pretty fair trade on my behalf, and not that I don't value my time, but I do value not having any debt and being debt free. That's really the big focus for what we're doing. So anyway, follow along. We're going to try out this first log. I have no idea how this stuff is going to cut. It is murder on my chainsaw blades. I can cut for a while, but man, it really chews it up. So these aren't carbide tip blades on here. We'll see how far they last. I've got a few extra, but I do need to take what I have to Wood-Mizer to have them sharpen them. So we're going to find this out together. Let's go ahead and get the mill fired up and get the cut. Well, first couple passes, and I'm hoping it's just because I've got an old blade. I mean, I know this stuff is dense and hard, but I've got some serious waves in this timber. That's not good. And sucks because I ran across some friends here. So we'll see how far down that goes. I need at least 7 feet. So that comes to like right about here. So I can probably make this work, but I was hoping to get a full 14-footer out of this, because then I could pretty much get his whole trailer deck out of this one log. But you never know. Till you open it up, you never know.
Fun fact, the black locust is part of the legume family. It's basically a 23-inch bean plant. True story.
Yeah, new blade did the trick. Let's take a look-see. Check out this sawdust. I don't know if the camera really does this justice. It's like bright yellow. That's some cool looking stuff. Wow. Man, hopefully we'll get some nice clear stuff on the bottom of this. Woo! That's pretty. Yeah. You gotta see this one right here. Little locust crotch. Looks more like a locust butthole. Let's get some measurements. You want to get some measurements? Let's go ahead and see what we got here. So this dimension, we've got 11 3/4 inches. Boop, and a few ants. It's good. That's a big effing timber. Show you something a little bit neat here. This is the lumber scale. Let me get you set up here and we'll take a look at it. It's pretty neat. It's a good idea. All right, so if you're not familiar, most lumber that you can go buy from a dealer comes in quarter scale. Woodworkers deal in quarter scale. So 4 quarters is 1 inch, 8 quarters, 2 inch, 6 quarters, 1.5 inch. So you notice I've got 8, 6, 5, and 4. So this is quarter scale, 8 quarter, so 2 inch, 6 quarter or 1.5 inch, 5 quarter or 1.25 inch, or 4 quarter, which is 1 inch. And this is completely magnetic. You can set it up any way that you want, depending on if you're cutting from the top to bottom, bottom to top. So what I want to do is take a slice off the top and then just work my way down to the bottom, and I want 1.5 inch or 6 quarter boards. So I'm going to line up this 6 with the 0 right there like that. So now I can cut what's called the waste board. So I'll come down to the nearest 6 quarter increment on my board down, on my cant down there, the square timber, and then I'll just start cutting. And I'll cut until I don't have any more to cut, and I should be 1.5 inches off from the bottom of the deck. So if I turn this on, and I'm pretty close to the lowest setting there on the head. So that, if you can see, is lined up on a 6 quarter line there. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 boards. 7 boards. Done. Just realized that this is my first official custom order on the sawmill. How cool is that? So I got 6 really good 1.5 inch, 10.25 inch wide boards, and one that was a little wonky because there was a lot of stress in the board. So as I cut, it kind of flipped up, and then I rolled it over to get some nice flat cuts. So that one's a little odd, and one of the others, the 5th, is not super great, but I think Dwayne will be able to get what he needs out of the center portion. I still have probably at least 2 more logs for his big equipment trailer, and a few more for his other trailer. So I'm gonna do this for his equipment trailer, get the stuff I need out of the Locust, and then I'll finish up his order. And then I can get on to maple and other things. So let the milling festivities begin. I'm gonna do probably one, we'll see. I'm not gonna commit to anything too crazy. We'll say 1 of these a week, maybe another 2 a week if I have anything like super cool going on. But we'll just go through things that I've learned, new experiences, and watch the sawmill do its thing. So yeah, I'm gonna head up to the camper, cabin, house area, have an adult beverage, and we'll see you next time. Thanks for following along. Go ahead and do me a favor, if you're watching this and you haven't liked and subscribed, like this video and subscribe to my channel, please do so. That'll help me out a bunch here on the YouTubes, and we'll see you on the next video. Adios.